September 9. That's when we started talking about this transaction. And it is May 17 now, and we are home and unloaded. 1,837.8 miles round trip. 121 gallons of diesel fuel. A husband and wife, 5 garden tractors, and an electric wheel horse mower. 1 truck. All right, almost 1,900 miles round trip to get these from North Dakota all the way home. We're not going to talk about that one much because it ain't mine. I just hauled it home for a buddy, if he wants to call me a buddy. So this is a Pennsylvania Panzer. I don't know a whole lot about them, but I believe it might be a Model T60. And I see that it has been repainted. It was the sea green. There's a scratch over there. And so in a way, that's kind of a good thing, because the sea green one was kind of the one I've been looking for this whole time that I haven't been able to find. I'm going to learn about those. But as far as I know, this is just like a gear reduction box. This is the transmission. You simply shut the engine off and move the belt and fire the engine back up, and you have a different gear. The reverse is that the pulley goes against the engine pulley. It simply runs through a chain gear reduction to the rear end of an old Chrysler. Mopar power, baby. I think that's a Kohler K181. Yep, so it's an 8 horse, and that's all there is to it. Real heavy duty, real simple, real strong. I really like this this implement lift. I don't know anything about it, but I like the way it looks. So now for the wheel horse Suburbans. I have not identified them completely. I don't know if that's an actual 551. This tells me that it's a Tecumseh, but I don't know much about it yet. This one also looks to be a Tecumseh, so it could also be a 551 without a battery. And a 2-piece cast transmission on both of them. Check this lift out. This is homemade, but I think it's going to stay. I'm looking really forward to plowing with that. We'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, that footboard was cut. And there's another set of floorboards in the truck. And that's pretty cool. The case colors will stay. There's a lot of character to this. That's a pretty funky throttle, but I like it. I'm calling this one Justin, just in case. And then this one here, I don't know exactly. I'm guessing it might be like a 400. It's got the 3-piece transmission, which unfortunately may have to be swapped out. The case has been, we'll call it, repaired in the past, and I got to study this for a long time on the way home, and I'm pretty sure that it was repaired not square. And whether I repair it or not, I don't know. I kind of think I might use the spare two-piece transmission and that frame to just get this one going, and we'll call it good. I have another belt guard. I have at least one more heat shield. I have some other fenders and seats and one bottom plow that came with this, and I'm pretty excited about these things. I do not know if any of these will run. Apparently some of them did. I do have a couple other K91 Kohlers that may just find their way into these ones. We'll see. It depends what I can get running or not. I figured this is probably too rare to not show. It's an all-electric. Has two motors on the mowing deck. And way ahead of their time as far as electric machinery went. Wheel Horse and GE Electrac models. Pretty cool stuff. Now we got to figure out where to put them, and we have to figure out what tractors we should get rid of if we want to keep these. I'm losing light pretty quick here, but this thing is just impressive like crazy. Cast into it. Grease. Grease, grease, grease. Greaserts everywhere. Heavy duty things all over the place. Big cast iron grill right in your face. Big cast iron front axle hanging right out front. Kind of a no-nonsense machine. Tough. Nothing but tough. Pretty cool stuff here. So now that I'm all unloaded, I'll just kind of briefly go through some of the things that I got with this load. These are those floorboards for Justin case, and they bolt to the frame, front and back. The rear bar is solid, the front just bolts through, and then the bolt holes right there are for those foot rests. Altogether, it does a pretty good job holding little feet. I got a nice gas tank. This frame is another 61 frame, and the guy that this last guy bought it from was going to do a tricycle front end on it, so had been doing some fabrication and then chose to return it back to stock. So I'll see what is different between this frame and the others, and I may use it, I may assemble it in place of the 1960 with the bad rear end. I may just make a rat rod. I don't know. We'll see. There's a nice set of fenders and toolbox and seat. Another spare toolbox, fenders, and seat. with a solid pan. A couple nice wheels for some 612s. A whole bunch of goodies here. I think that's a repop, just because it's all covered in oil still. That heat shield. There's 2 recoils. There's a whole bunch of decals. There's a whole bunch of paperwork that I'd love to go through. Another belt guard. I did notice that one of the 551s is missing it, or maybe it was the 400. Another 2-piece transmission that did leak a little bit out of that axle seal on the way home, so I'll have to check that out. The input shaft seems tight in and out, and that's kind of an indicator of how bad the rest of the interior is. And so I might be able to just get away with seals, I don't know. A couple hitches, a sleeve hitch and a drawbar hitch, and a 1-bottom plow. It's all painted up. I'll have to polish up that plowshare and throw it in the dirt. I'd really like to plow with one of these tractors. I think that'd be fun. So that's the conclusion of my haul, and we'll see how things go from here on out.